Hi and welcome to my channel Pretty Pink Soul Movement. I'm Michelle Cool and I'll be doing your full moon in Virgo reading, which is on the 9th and or 10th of March depending on where you are in the world. So I just want to start the video by saying please be kind to each other. Emotions have been so heightened during this Mercury retrograde period. Coincidentally, the full moon will finish off the retrograde period for Mercury and it will go direct on the same day as the full moon. So we're going to feel some reprieve, but if you're watching this before then, until then, the tension feels like it's building. People are at each other, people are trying to get each other, people are revenge, want revenge for no reasons mostly. There's a lot of energy flying about. So Spirit wants you to take back your control about what you can over your life and release the control that you're trying to have over certain outcomes, because that's been a big block and that's what's been holding a lot of us back, because there's certain things that we can't control. And I feel like we're trying to control too much about the things that aren't important. So just have a look at your life and where you think you can improve, and what you can let go of. What can you do now? Say if you were like, you felt like you were overweight, and say you injured yourself, because during Mercury retrograde, you're being asked to rest. So some people can hurt themselves. So if you feel a little twinge or anything in your body, please don't force it with exercise. You need to listen to your body and pull back and rest a lot. So yeah, say if you wanted to lose some weight and you just hurt yourself, what you can control is what you put into your mouth. Like, you just register the fact that you might feel depressed and you go, oh, I'm just going to eat some more because now look what's happened. And trying to refrain from making your life worse, even though it's hard. Like, I get it. So a lot of grounding practices, please. A lot of self-care, nurturing, a lot of rest, a lot of saying no to what your soul doesn't want to do. It's very important at this time that you do what your soul wants for you to do. If it's not related to your dharma. Now, I've got some really pretty cards here. Check out the back of these ones. Now, one of these cards, I know because I looked it up. I've written it down somewhere. Well, one of these cards is related. It says, if it's not related to your dharma or your life purpose, don't do it. Don't, keep going on social media when it's making you feel worse. That's a very addictive behavior. Like, put energy into things that you want to blossom, pull towards your life purpose. You want to do a course, go do a course. You want to research a subject, get Googling that. Don't just sit there on Facebook scrolling, because it's killing your soul. So think about, what you want to heal in yourself. What energy do you want to shift and move? Like, Virgo is such a loving, can be pain in the ass. I'm allowed to say that because I've got 3 planets in Virgo. Nurturing, and they want to help humanity. Like, where do you want to help humanity? Where do you want to help yourself? But you can do it indirectly, like I do it like this. Like, at the moment, this retrograde, I can't people. I just can't people. And it's like, every time, I have to put myself out there, I get shut down. And, you kind of get up and you're just like, I'll just dust myself off. It's like, that's okay. I got this. Yeah, I felt crap yesterday. I got this. And something else will smack you out of nowhere. Now, there's been good things too. So if you're experiencing that, and I've seen people have it a lot worse, my heart goes out to you. But if you're experiencing that, notice the good things that are actually happening as well, because there is. But the problem with being human is we always think about the bad things. Oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, that happened. I know it's hard, but look for that rose gold lining. Look for the positive in a negative situation. And it's funny because I've been recovering a lot quicker. So something will happen, it will really throw me off guard. And then I have to pull back and return to myself and process the information and go, and once I get over that shock, I'm like, what is this teaching me? Actually, it was, okay, I'll tell you, I lost my 5-star rating on Facebook because typical Mercury retrograde, someone from the deep past that I used to be friends with and not friends with now for a reason decided to abuse me on a Facebook message. I didn't even read it, but I should have blocked her. And she just went to my Facebook page and just went, does not recommend, and the good part was that I called on everyone on my page and people just went into bat for me, went to help me, which was just, that was beautiful, as pissed off as I was, and also now I don't care, because at first it's like, that's my reputation, and if anyone knows, like, having a business or whatever, and that had nothing to do with my business. She just wanted to get up on my grill. But reputation damage is the worst kind of damage you can get, and now she's done that. And at the end of the day, it's like, you know what, I don't care, because that page, yes, I do advertise my soul coaching services and my course and stuff on it, but at the end of the day, the work I do is like 95% for free. So I could go and delete it at the end of the day. I actually don't care. So it helped me see things in a different perspective. It's like, okay, like I put like so much time and energy and love into this for someone to come and smack me in the face. However, I had supporters, people that had my back. So it's probably not going to, be a good example for you, but just see when you feel so down about something, what's the actual positive after you get over the shock. And that will be a good like Mercury retrograde lesson, because we all have our lessons that we need to overcome during the retrograde period. Keep in mind that the retrograde will be still in the shadow period until I think it's the 28th or 29th of March, something like that. So we're still going to feel its effects, however it will ease off leading up to this full moon. What I've got here, I pulled some cards already, that whatever has happened for you, if you've been feeling these effects, it's already happened. So it's negative communication, the tower is already hit. There may not have been justice in this area, whatever that situation is for you, but it did leave you feeling like you're kind of out in the cold, that you needed some help, and you may not feel like you get it. You could be like emotionally struggling with stuff. I know a lot of people are experiencing relationship issues at the moment. And the other thing is, and it'll be building up to the full moon. If something's crumbling, it's crumbling for a reason, as hard and horrible, and I'm so sorry. If this is the first time you're kind of hearing this type of news, it has to happen. If it's falling apart, it's falling apart for a reason. Like, let it crumble. If it's a relationship, it's not on solid ground, if it's fully ending. But if you're having, you're in a partnership for a long time, and you're just kind of in a not so good patch, that's okay. What I recommend is to give you each other space so you can process or work through your own stuff, and then you'll come back together. But for others of you that have experienced a breakup or anything like that, it's just withdraw your energy into yourself and nurture yourself and look after yourself. And please know that you can't make anybody love you. You can't make anybody change. This time is just such a time of deep, deep, deep reflection. And whatever's happening in your life, if it's a bit chaotic, it's asking you to go within. So what Spirit wants you to do, and most of you watching this will be light workers, is to focus on your soul craft, which is kind of the message that I had before. There's aspects of your soul craft that you haven't dug too deeply into. Now, if you're going to create anything new, keep it in its planning stages, and please don't release it till after the retrograde period, even after it goes direct. Maybe wait a couple more days, because they usually say if you start anything brand spanking new in a retrograde period, it might fail. So just keep that in mind. But there's things that you need to go deeper into. There's something that you further need to develop. There might even be something from the past that you started working on, and then you kind of left it, shelved it, and now it's coming back. So work on the planning stages, and then you can get back into it after Mercury goes direct. So kind of I touched on it before. So Virgo, deep thinkers. But by you going in and reflecting at this time, you're really going to have such like a massive realization, and it's really going to move you in ways that's actually going to shift your energy and how you see the world, and how you see yourself. There's like very important revelations that some people might actually be getting about other people, and they're not quite what you thought they were. Like when you have like Okay, example I'm having. When I was 17, I was doing my driving lessons and I had this instructor. We used to do them in groups because it was fun. It was like four-wheel driving, we'd go bush bashing, like it was just lots of fun. And when I used to go out with my instructor and stuff, I'd be like zipping around trees and going in sand and just like cutting sick, not even worried about like the car tipping over or anything like that, because I put trust in my instructor. And I remember I must have said something like that to him, and he's like, well, don't trust me. He's like, I'm just human at the end of the day and I don't always know what I'm doing. And I was just like shock horror. So I feel like some people might be experiencing that, just like someone you thought just like knew everything, or it was just like, could be me, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like how kids look up to their parents. I think they know everything, do you know what I mean? It's like that kind of feeling. You might have this revelation, be like, oh, and you know it, and you're the only one that knows what's right for you. You're the only one who knows what you need to do next, and that's why this time's like perfect for inner reflection. So it's some big realization that's going to hit just up until the Virgo full moon. And this Virgo energy is actually supporting that and supporting you getting there. Oh yeah, and then here we go, inner voice, exactly what I was just saying. Listen to your inner voice. Like, you know what you need to do, you know who you need to go see, you know the shift you need. I feel like some people are stuck on something. There's something that you've been wanting to do, but you're not willing to move forward towards it because of a block. But Spirit says if you reshuffle, reshift your priorities and even money and stuff like that, you can make this happen. Ask for help from Spirit. And then we've got the Enlightenment card as well. So that's what's coming through this full moon. Now, you might not be feeling it at this time. You might. Everything's different for everyone else, right? So it's all in your right and divine timing. But the hard times, if you're experiencing them, they're building your spiritual soul strength. So if you're one of those people that's been like, smack, smack, next thing, smack, next day, smack down, and you're like, I'm just going to get up. You're like, doesn't done anything, hit me, like it's really helping you establish who you are. Like, the only time we can grow is through hard times and pain. That's where we get the deepest and most everlasting soul lessons, and that shifts your energy about how you're going to appear in your future going forward, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm working on like 500 projects right now, and it's funny, I kept getting the message to like slow down because it's a Mercury retrograde. And I think that's for a lot of us, we really need to slow down. The more chaotic your life feels, the more you need to slow down and retreat. That's where that lesson is. Yeah, people aren't actually working on their soul craft. How funny. I had no idea that I thought I was being original when I made my cards. Well, that's pretty. So, how's this? How funny is this? I probably haven't seen this card for like a year. I've been making my own cards, and now this is coming in reverse. Okay. You're not open to receiving. There's gifts from past lifetimes. This is incarnated gifts that are open to you. Your soul carries within it the memory of those gifts. And some of you are allowed to have some of them back now. It's almost like, okay, you've gotten to a certain stage. It's almost like, here's your prize. So when you're reflecting and taking time out for you, meditate and not just like, spirits, I'm open to receiving my gifts from past lifetimes, my talents, any energy that I need to like move forward in my life or get out of a difficult decision, or, because with this, it's like you're not using the gifts that you have. You're not working on that piece of craft that you need to work and plan on. So you just need to be open to what the universe wants to give you. And I know for one of my friends it's the same too, and she's got lots of gifts and she's experiencing really hard time as well. And that was actually, it's all linked. So anyone watching this, we're all feeding off the same energy. We're all in each other's like soul circles. She wasn't open to that. So I'm actually going to try this because I would love some more superpowers. So yeah, just say basically lie down, Even if it's in bed, if it's too cold to go outside, just say, I'm ready and open to receive my incarnated gifts. First ask Archangel Raphael to cleanse your energy. Do that for 5 minutes and then say, I'm ready to receive my past life gifts to help me with my future, my life, and to receive clarity. Please don't forget to work on your stuff. Okay. The energy is so heavy. We'll get some blessing cards towards it because damn, we need it. Mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. I feel like a lot, yeah, like with the message before, like people, certain people, maybe you, aren't really moving towards what you want to do. I don't believe in saying time's running out. However, if you're hearing this message now, then this is the right time. So this is when you need to get planning and start to really head towards your life purpose and your Dharma. I know I wrote 2020 in the beginning, I think on the 1st of Jan, I was just like, okay, what's this year about? And it's massive for light workers. You need to really start moving towards that, making plans this month, for even if it's for April. You need to make plans. You need to, save the money if you need some money for it, whatever it is for you. You need to do that design course. Do you know what I mean? You need to, those things that irritate you in the back of your mind, when you're like, oh, I'm so frustrated. Why can't I do this? How do I do this? Literally, if you just start Googling, I know it's frustrating, I know it's time consuming, but you will find the path. There's YouTube videos on how to do stuff. There's like blogs, and might take that was helpful information. I'll take that bit from there, and then I'll go here, and I'll take that bit from there. I know when my last house that I built, I was working with architects to design it, and he said to me, he's like, go to all the display homes. He's like, pick out the best features out of all of them, tell me about it, and I'll incorporate that into the design. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You need to research, yep, okay, cool, that's awesome, I'll take that. All right, I'm going to use that. Yes, that's how I do that, finally. Do you know what I mean? But you have to make the effort, and you have to make the planning for it, because that's the only place you're going to get there. So anything that's been irritating you, that's been stuck at the back of your mind going, I really want to do that. See, like I've wanted to do cards for years. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Researching it, I don't have the time. Like, my God, it's going to cost a freaking fortune. I just wanted to make them for me, not for selling yet, because I just can't afford that. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go down to Big W. I'm going to get a metallic freaking pen, and I'm just going to cut it out myself and draw on it, which I thought was hilarious at the time because it's not a good drawer. But I don't care, because it's like, I've got this inspiration for this name of the card and this name of the card and da-da-da-da, and I'll draw this for this. And it's been such a like inner child healing process and creative and stuff like that. I don't know how to do it on the big scale of things. I'll get there, but in the meantime, that I've eased my frustration by making it myself, and it was fun, and I like it, and it has, it's basically going to be the template for when I do create my own cards. So yeah, I hope that helps you. We got the no need to fear card here. So yeah, the message I was getting before is whatever you've been going through, if it's been traumatic and chaotic and hard, that time's over. Like, the worst of it has hit. We're it's not going to be as bad leading up to the full moon. Remember how powerful you are. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you have forgotten, everything you've done. So again, reflection during Mercury retrograde. See how brilliant you are and how far you've come, and really admire yourself. I'm actually doing a body love challenge at the time on my women's group, so if you'd like to join, please do. Just that will help you shift your energy, that will help you get into better practices mentally and physically, and hopefully have some fun as well. Let's see. Virgo season, or when you're in Virgo season, but Virgo energy, is very perfectionist driven. Refrain from being mean to yourself and picking on yourself and telling you things aren't good enough or you're not good enough, and don't let anyone else talk to you like that too. Like, I feel like we just all beat up on ourselves enough as it is. There is no need for you to do that. you know. And then the problem is when you start putting that energy out there, I'm no good with your thoughts, we attract that. Ooh la la. Connect with your guides. We've got divine guidance here. There is help, and don't forget to ask Archangel Michael for help. Listen to your soul, listen to your inner child, listen to yourself. There's divine guidance waiting to be received for you, as long as that whole past life gifts that you've got going on that wants to come back for you. Rebirth, transformation, phoenix rising. There's a lot of magic in this time. I mean, it's Pisces season. They're all about magic and stuff like that, and inspiration. So you will be receiving that. So have a look at that energy instead of focusing too much on the transformation and the rebirth energy. It is painful, right? This energy can be painful, but you've got the resilience to get through this time. Okay, so we've got the Tantric Union card. Ooh la la. Look, I have no idea what this one's about, so take our sister out. What is this one about? Let's clarify the Tantric Union card. Some people might be having some good oh yeah, girl. Hopefully you're all like over 21. Alright. So partnerships actually that are coming in to help support you and your life purpose. It's like a soul family thing. And it could be someone in a partnership. This could, I know it's like Tantric Union's very sexual energy, but this could just be the soul connection energy, you know what I mean? Like they're connecting. Or there could be like a love relationship that's going to actually help you move to the next stage to bring in some opportunities for you. Or you could be with that partner right now. You're meant to do some work together, some deeper work, because I know a lot of the twin flames are coming into union in 2020. And they're going to give you the courage to move towards what you want in your life. Like just having that support, because I know it's hard. You know, one of my big life lessons is having to always rely on myself. I'll have little people trickle in and out of my life constantly, and it's like, yeah, they gave me that little burst I needed, and I move to the next stage, and then I'm back on doing it on my own. And I know a lot of the readers, the ones that I listen to, they're just like, I'm alone most of the time. It's just me. Yeah, I do this, but I'm pretty much talking to myself, because that's the journey we have to do. Like we have to almost separate ourselves from other people, because their energy interferes with the channel messages we get and the work that we need to do. So you could be one of those people if you're watching, and you might need that now. But there's hope coming. And I know if someone was saying this to me, I'd be like, what else? But you know, for someone who's always been by herself, someone's coming in to help you get to that next stage. And it's going to be a very deep connection, because it's a past life connection. And it could even be you know, it doesn't matter, girl, guy, man, woman, whatever. You've had this past life relationship connection of a sexual nature. So even if you say, you know, I'm not a lesbian, but if I was to meet, you know, and I have before, I've met a woman, I'm just like, I don't know why, but I feel so drawn to her. Like it was crazy. And then I ended up kicking off a past life experience, and it's like, that explains why I felt that way for her. So it could even be that. Do you know what I mean? Like if there's someone coming in that's going to help you get to the next level, and might help you with, if you've got a spiritual business, move this forward for you. And just, yeah, remember to like pay it forward and pay it back if they're helping you. Success! They're going to help you move forward. Look at the panther there. Success. Panther, usually I see this as good and like an action energy, but I'm actually seeing this as somebody watching you and not wishing well for you, because at the end of the day, a lot of people just, you know, even in the spiritual community, I know lots of spiritual people that are really not spiritual. They're like wanting someone to trip up and fall on their face, and it doesn't happen often, but it does, it happens, and I'm just going to be real about it, you know. Not everyone's going to want the best for you, but the biggest message is don't listen to them. Don't let them kick you down. Don't let them stop, you know, this inspiration coming in, because, you know, it's Pisces season and inspiration is coming in thick and fast plan it and run with it, baby. Don't ever listen to anyone. Don't you let them tell it your idea is shit. If you tell someone something and they're not happy for you, then they're just not your people, you know? They're just not your people. Like me being, you know, a soul mentor, empowerment coach, whatever. Like, you know, people message me and it's like, I'm doing this, like, awesome, do it, run with it, brilliant. You know, and then sometimes I'll tell people stuff which I think are going to be supportive and they either totally ignore me or they're just like, oh, you're going to do that, are you? So yeah, I've learned the hard way not to share, but it's so hard because I'm such a sharer, like I'm oversharing now. Do you know what I mean? But the reason I do it because I hope that someone might need to hear this message too. Someone else might be feeling that way too. You know, and if you do, I hope you say. Purity, I always see this as acting in pure ways, acting not out of revenge. There's so much revenge energy in there. Acting with integrity in whatever you do. Pisces is in Neptune, and this is causing a lot of the competition and deceit and people just not wishing well for other people. So, but if you act in your integrity, if you act from a place from your soul, this won't touch you. If it touches you in the moment, it's not going to touch you later on. But just always remember, act with integrity, do what you say you're going to do. Don't let someone else do the hard work, like put in your fair share. Do you know what I mean? It's those situations. Don't think you're getting away with something because you're not going to. Because we all know about karma. And it'll come when you don't want it, which is who wants it? Do you know what I mean? So always remember, just remember. I know sometimes you can want revenge and stuff like that, but it's going to kick you in the ass. Do you know what I mean? You've got to block your blessings as well. If you're not feeling good, don't take other people down with you. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I am. I'm just delivering messages from spirit. Okay, so what does my soul need this full moon? I'm glad I wrote this question down because otherwise I'd forget it. I'm just going to use this. What does your soul need this full moon? Pick a number between 1 and 3. And also all these feelings that are building up for you, whatever's the most prevalent, whatever's the most strongest, whatever's the thing that you are really struggling to release, please make sure that you release that at the full moon. Light a candle, do a little ritual, and just release it. Okay, what does my soul need this full moon? 1, 2, or 3. 1 is patience. Patience for, I'm feeling like things have stalled for you, natural during a Mercury retrograde. Things stall for a reason. Yep, our human side goes, this is crap, this is not fair, I've put in so much work and time and effort, why isn't this picking up? I think about when I started my Facebook page 2 years ago, I had to work hard to get, people to like it and stuff or whatever, and I had to do so. I've done so much work, and that's why it annoys me when people downgrade me, because the amount of blood, sweat and tears I've put into that, you wouldn't believe, and you can't understand it unless you do it yourself, right? So if that's something you're doing, you're starting something, you don't expect it to even this channel, I've had it for over a year and it's still only got 200 something, whatever, you know what I mean? And then some people take off straight away and stuff like that, and then some people just don't, it's building, you're further developing, there's things you need to go in deeper. I know it's disheartening, going, oh, it's still only 5 likes to my page, but the thing is, don't give up, because if you give up, then nothing's going to happen. So whatever it is for you, whatever's not shifting, whatever's changing, if you want to bring love into your life, typical, are you loving yourself first? Because that's usually what one of the biggest blocks is for people. And I tell you what, once you learn to love yourself, you're like, damn, I actually don't want anyone up all in my space. I love it. I come home and it's just no one's here, and yeah, I get those times where I feel a little bit lonely, but it doesn't last long, because at the end of the day, I get the whole bed to myself. You know what I mean? And I get to do whatever I want. I work on my business, and then I go to my day job so I can pay my bills. Do you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got time for anything else. So please be patient with whatever you're trying to grow. It will grow in the right time, but don't give up, because if you stop watering a seed, is it going to grow? Is it going to get bigger? No. Is it going to water that baby? Okay, number 2, friendship. Your soul needs friendship. Number 2. Maybe do a little full moon ritual with your friends. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Do a little... I'm bringing witchy back. Like, it's happening. You know, form that circle. Sing it loud, sing it proud. Get your friends around. Do a little woman's circle. Or if you're a man, man circle. You know, call in your friends and do something fun, because it's really going to lift this energy of this time at the moment, which I know people struggle this time of year. So focus on your friendships and the people that love you, that want the best for you. Okay, group number 3, worry. Your soul needs worry this full moon. All right, let's clarify that one. Why would your soul need worry? Honestly, maybe you're the worries of the group, so that's kind of typical Virgo energy. So you may need to release the worry. You could be really young, people that took number 3. It's number 3. It says time to play. We've got the patience again, so like I feel like we all need that. Pause before action. Trust the divine timing is at work. Be patient and play away. Yeah. Oh my god, we've got the friendship card, different deck. Oh, obviously you're listening to all of these. Same message. Oh, really listen to your inner child. Have fun with patience and friendship from a different deck. To clarify this, there's 2. Okay, what are you worried about? You need to reconnect with your inner child. What are you worried about, honeys? Here we go. What are got to balance your energy. What are you worried about? Wishes not coming through. Love. Fear. So some of you may need the Reiki. Do some Reiki. Do it on yourself if you can't afford to get it done. I feel like a lot of energy needs to shift. There's been so much accumulation of negativity, even if it's in the general collective and the whole coronavirus thing. Blah, blah, fear mentality, blah. Like, people really just need to shift their energy. So if you can afford it, that might be your thing to go get that done. I think it'll be very beneficial for you. And just feeling like your wishes are stalled, you're not getting what you thought you were going to get, because you're obviously very connected. We've got the knowing card here. You know things are going to come to you, but you don't know how it's going to get there. So you need to release that outcome this full moon, and you've just been worrying about it. Am I going to get my wishes come true? Am I going to get love? Like, there's just this fear in your soul. Well, your soul needs that so you can process it and work through it. And how you get through that is acknowledging it, number 1. Releasing it at the full moon. And balancing your time and your energy. Because, yeah, we just please slow down. Everyone needs to slow down. Yeah. So I want you to look at that. I hope you can see it. Symbol for a bit. Balance your energy. Even if you can't see it clearly, it's still there. Focus on it. Even take a screenshot and stare at it to help you release. Like, I don't know about you, but I feel woozy. To release that worry. Because awareness, so just being aware that I'm worried. What am I worried about? Oh, I'm so sick of waiting for X, Y, Z. Okay, why isn't it here? Obviously, it's not the right time. Yeah, but this sucks. Acknowledge it to yourself. So, this sucks. I'm angry at you, universe. You're allowed to be angry. And that's the other thing I did want to talk about. Like last week, but I didn't make any videos. you could be spiritual and angry at the universe. Like, I don't know if I said this or not, my bad if I did. One of my clients is like, oh, I feel guilty being angry at the universe. I'm like, they're used to it. I'm sure they've heard worse. You know, and some days I'm just like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Because it's hard. You know, just because you're spiritual doesn't mean you're some... No, you can still be an angel. You can still be a freaking badass. Like, you know, there's no rules. There's no rules. So long as you're not going out of your way to hurt anyone, like, you need to let that out. Because at the end of the day, being in this skin suit can really freaking suck. So you can't hold that inside. You can't be in denial just because you're spiritual. You need to let it out. You know, and for some of you, I'm feeling like you've experienced very heavy energy in the past, or you could be now. Sometimes you literally need to go drive out to the forest and scream your freaking guts out. Like, you know, just that, the sadness, the pent-up feelings, like I'm feeling it here in my heart chakra. You know, there's a lot of pain that we've had to go through in order to grow as souls and learn lessons, and it's epically hard. But you gotta let it out, because sometimes that's why we get sick. We don't let that out of our body, you know. So if you do have to flip off the universe, like, it don't care. You gotta let it out. You can't hide that energy from the universe or from your body or yourself, so you actually need to let it out. And it doesn't always have to make sense. And I hope that helps someone. I did want to do, what do I need to release this full moon, so we'll do that. This is my Virgo side. I'm like, I don't want a MC table. Alright. Pop you out of the way. So pick a number again between 1 and 3. We can have them all. Sometimes when I film these videos, I just kind of want to sit there and pull faces. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What you need to release to this full moon, non-action. Now's the time to be still and not act. Well, isn't that in line with what we've been talking about? Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. And it's just like the whole flow thing. Like when we're so resistant to changes or trying to control a situation, which Virgo is very, you know, when the imbalance can be very OCD and controlling and want everything to go their way. Like, oh no, because I'm like that. You know, you need to give all that up. Release that this full moon and just be still. Like, literally, remember, cancel your plans. If it's not related to your dharma, yes, you could go and have fun. But if you feel compelled to work on your soul craft and your soul work, then you need to sit and chill by yourself. Do nothing, please, this full moon. Number 2, surrender to trust. Trust yourself. Just didn't help my hair. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. You're intuitive. You know what you need to do. Don't be talking to anyone else about what to do next. You know what to do inside your heart, inside your soul. Your soul will lead you, but you just need to tune in and pay attention. And the more you follow your intuition, the stronger it gets. Surrender procrastination. Number 3, sorry. Now's the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action will attract success. Eat it. Climb those stairs, baby. If it's as simple as improving your health, climb like a flight of stairs. But be careful, don't do any heels. It's that whole, it's just like, I'm getting it so strongly, the light workers projects. Get on your light workers projects. Leading up to and around the full moon, the first couple of weeks after. That's pretty amazing. Okay, we need to do the blessings before I close this out. I don't know where these go. Alright. Blessings, please. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What are the blessings for my soul family? 1, 2, 3. What blessings are coming in? What do we have to look forward to because we deserve it? one. Blessing for support. Yay, support is coming. Oh, thank God. Always rely on yourself, but it's kind of like these are just all repetitive messages from different decks. It's coming in fast. I'm finding even like the archangels are here. I'm seeing this as Michael, to be honest. He's coming in to help you, help protect yourself, help protect your family. I've got a protection incantation on my Facebook page. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see it. It's like black with like gold writing. Do that. That'll help protect you and your energy at this time. But Michael's here to call on him, and he can come in fast, and he can go to, he's multi-dimensional, and he can split himself between everyone in the world. Like, you're not pulling him away from anything. Yeah, he's just said, call on me, baby. Yeah, amazing. So he's here to help protect you and support you and shift you into a whole new reality, he's saying. High five. He's coming. Just call on him. Ask him to help bring in those gifts. Oh, I wish I had my Egyptian cards. Because it's very past life related. Okay, number 2. What is coming in for number 2? What blessings are coming in for prosperity? Yeah. Money. Just a general feeling of abundance for yourself. Like, see how she's meditating? That's how you call it in. That's how you call things in. I mean, like all weekend, we had a long weekend here, so 3 days off, and I was like, great, I can get ahead of schedule of my course, I can film that one, finish off the script, blah, blah, blah. I can do this, I can film the full moon video, I've got this other project I want to work on, and my guides are like, Michelle, cut that, like, you need to rest, like, you do too much. So I'm filming this after a day of work because, hair, makeup done. You need to rest and you need to be open because a lot of you have done enough. And the universe can be tricky like that. Like 1 minute they'll literally like rest, and the next minute they'll be like go. So you really need to tune into your intuition. It's confusing. They're just like, go, stop. Like, just imagine, driving somewhere, driving to the shops, and how many times you hit a set of lights. It's going to be different every single time. So watch out for that change. Listen to your intuition, listen for the change. Ask Michael to make it clearer for you. They'll literally, like, 1 hour, they'll be like, no, stop, do nothing. Next hour, they'll be like, okay, go. Like, you really need to listen to those cues, and I tell you, I'm connected, and it's confusing. But you can feel it in your energy, and it's going to, by you listening and being open and practicing your rituals as well, like peace rituals, candle rituals, learning new crafty things. Ooh, it's gonna, you're tuning into your past life gifts. Like, I feel a lot of us, and that's why I feel so called to reconnecting with Egyptian times. I've already seen a few lifetimes I've been there. Some empowering and some not so empowering. But you don't need to keep those sad memories. You're not going to get those sad memories. It's like you just need to tap into those gifts, and you do so by learning how to get in touch with your witchy ways again. I'm rewatching Charmed, as I do every so often. And I remember when they went back to medieval times, see this apple, how it's like a star? That was for protection. Yeah, ask for protection. I know I mentioned it before, the ritual, but yeah, if you feel like you need to practice a protection spell, you can make up your own. Like, I don't feel, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's other witchy people out there, because I'm all about the psychology side as well as the spiritual side. I do believe in a law of attraction, creating our own reality. However, for me, I believe to get to that point of believing in law of attraction, you have to shift and do your shadow work. You have to remove and work through some psychological blocks, because I feel like some of them are so deep-seated and deep-rooted that you can't just wish them away. And I know some people are like, I'll just do a spell for self-love. If that's worked for you, please let me know, because I don't think that would work. Like, But things like protection, that's different. That's not a deep-seated issue. It could be that you didn't feel secure as a child and stuff like that, but it's not as scary as, you know, like bad loves, or as horrible getting PTSD from being robbed or something. Do you know what I mean? You can protect yourself, because it can be like a loose need, unless you've got that deep-seated fear. You know, for me, I've had lots of really bad things happen. You know, I used to act out of fear. Like I've been alert because I've been nearly grabbed from behind before. Like I'm hypersensitive when I go out. However, I could do protection ritual quite easily, because I'm not really linking it too much to those type of past events, because when I'm at home I feel safe, I feel protected. So I don't know if I explained that pretty well, but you know, do little protection rituals for yourself, for your home. I actually like calling on Archangel Michael, and I just see him surrounding 1,000 of him surrounding my house with his shield and his sword, and he's looking out for me, and I can sleep better. And you ask him, say, protect me please. But I think for other people, you need to tap into your witchy powers, your witchy ways, like your rituals, not even like for protection. That just kind of came out. But you know, find out those old school ways, like herbs. And even like my friend made a joke about, I can see you with a cauldron. I said, you know what, I don't like cooking, but I probably would do that. You know, make your own little protection herby, watery thing in a pretty little container with your intention, because intention is powerful. It doesn't have to be like written a certain way. Okay, that was 2, and that was a long one. Okay, for 3, what blessings can we expect for 3? Because number 2 is divine prosperity. Number 3, fresh start, new beginnings. Oh, breathe it in. Breathe it in. You'll call it in by being open to receiving. Look, she's got her mop. Some of you need to clear your house, and you know, you might be feeling called to clear your energy, and you know, incensing in your home, and open the windows and throw stuff out. Like I just went through, I've got lots of shoes, but I just went through some that I just like, I've worn you too much, babies. Thank you so much. You know, I've had to throw them out, give stuff to the Goodwill, really shift your energy and shift your home and give it a good clean, and you know, you'll feel a lot better. This will help bring in this like new start to you a lot sooner, but it's coming anyway. But if you feel like compelled to do lots of cleaning and stuff, then that's why. Oh my god, it's 47 minutes. If you've stuck with me for this long, wow, thanks. I think this is, other than my first video I ever made, this is probably the longest one. I didn't want to rush this one, because usually I do. I'm like, okay, bang these messages out, because I know people don't have a lot of time, and neither do I. But today I just felt like, I don't know, I just needed to like share my message. I hope that you needed to hear some of them, and I hope I helped someone. And yeah, that's my intention for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want more info or anything I do, hit me up. And enjoy this Virgo full moon. Don't forget to do your full moon rituals. I'll try and write one and post it on my page. I'll see how I go. Make it special and romantic for you. Like remember to take that time out, and you'll feel better after this retrograde and after this full moon hits. And I think it's a super full moon as well, which means the full moon is the closest approach to Earth. I think we have a couple every year. So it's intensifying this release energy and the things we need to let go. Okay. Have fun, and I'll see you next new moon. Bye.